Hello, welcome. My name is Manuel from Kata Studio. Today we are going to be going over 4 different websites from our members in the Review My Design platform. These websites were submitted for review. You can actually submit your website whether you are a member in our platform or not and get them reviewed at least once a week or once in 2 weeks or thereabouts. Okay? As long as we get up to 4 different websites, we are good to go. So we're starting up with this one, So Fine Skin. I think this is a real client project, as you can see from here. This is designed by Fabulous Design. So let's just get right into this. First off, I see the logo makes more sense. The header section makes more sense to me. Fair enough. I think that's okay for me. But when you hover on these navigation menus, they tend to slow down in transition. I don't like that. I think it should be a little bit quicker, not very quick, but a little bit quicker than this. The button here, I don't like the button type here because you shouldn't be using a primary button in your header, okay? So this is an example of the kind of button you should be using. You see how fed it is. It's only when you hover on it, you can feel a little more color. Let it not be very obvious from afar because the primary color should be the main color you want people to pick on. This can be any other color. It might not be this same button, even if it is same detail, like this is the same detail we are talking about here, but we didn't still use the same color here because it will be more distracting to put that up there. Okay, so make sure you reduce the intensity of your color. It should blend in with the background, but still a little more visible. And also the size is too much. As you can see from here, you see the size and this compared to this size, it is the hierarchy I'm talking about. Okay, the button should have hierarchy between the primary button and the secondary button, or the button you want people to see first and the one you want them to see later. So fix that and we are good to go. With the buttons here, I think you must not go with the color of the brand. Change this color to black. The text color here should be black. On hover, the colors are fair enough to be whatever you want them to be. In the hero section, I'm not a good fan of this type of hero section, but then this is an olden pattern of placing a hero section, you should be more creative than this. But then, if this is what you want to go with, I have an example for you. So we have this, you see, you can pick your style of font, you can use the font ninja and pick, and know the size of font you should use. This font you use here is too bogus, and the font is very ugly. You don't use this kind of font for a skincare brand, you see? See this kind of skincare brand text we use. Let me show you something else also. See the kind of font you use, very sleek and slim, not bold. You don't use so bogus font on skincare products. It's too obvious. Make it very sleeky because you're talking about a skincare product here, okay? Center your elements and make sure your content is full width. VH 100%. For hero sections like this, VH 100%, and make sure your image type is not too darkened. Your image type should be a little more brightened. Use a little more fair image type that makes more sense. You can go to free pick. There are many free images you can sort from there. Let me just show you very quickly. See, skincare images. There are many bunch of them there that are free. Actually, let me just get straight to this point. If you want to search for free images on free pick, click on the assets area, click on free and leave that asset, then search whatever you want to search. Okay? You're going to be getting the free versions of those images that you sought for. That's how it will be filtered. This is exactly what to do. Okay? I think I have a very slow network right now. So when you do so, you're going to find images that makes more sense or relate to what you're talking about. See, this image makes more sense. See, this image makes more sense. Use images that at least they can see the face of the people who are applying the cream. Okay, that's how you make it feel. Look at this. Look at this. You see, look at this. Look at how it feels. Like there is a connection when you actually visit the platform. Don't just use images that are boring. I can't even feel the image at all. And one thing that makes image being feel is when they are full width. Okay, so fix that. Make it VH 100%. Your buttons here is too bogus. Look at the button style we use. Look at the sizes and compare it. You can open these 2 websites in your own platform. They are live now and check their button sizes. Okay. By the way, this is not a button. This is a design in Photoshop. As you can see, it's an image. Okay, so don't consider that at all. So consider your buttons and make them very fair. Okay, visit our store. The padding left and right is too much. The padding top and bottom is too much also. Padding left and right shouldn't be more than 30 pixels. Padding top and bottom should be more than 20 pixels up, 20 pixels bottom. The buttons here should not be more than 18, 19 pixels. Don't use 24, 22. Highest you can use is 20 pixels of button size, and that is okay. Fix that. And also, this is almost like a widow text or an orphan text. It's not supposed to be so. We should have this content break down into this other line, okay? Just as we have from here. Look at this, you see? And also look at this, you see? We don't have less than 2 words here. It makes more sense like that. Okay, so I think unlock the secret of your beautiful skin. I think that's cool. I like that copy. So scrolling down here, we get to the store. Welcome. This shouldn't be too bold. It shouldn't be too obvious. It looks like a button. So the color in the background should be faded. Let me show you an example of that. You see what we have from here? See, the color of the button is faded. It's not very noticeable that it's actually a button. This is actually a button. That's why it is bold. You see, I made it very obvious because it's a button. Click to see the plan. It's a button. But wherever it is not a button, it is faded. Okay? Don't confuse people from understanding which is a button or not. Okay? Fix that and you are good to go. And all your sections in the website should be, the width of your sections should be 1,350 pixels. All the width of the section, starting from the header. I see that your header is having a different width from this end, and the width here is different. The space we have from this end is different from the space we have from this end. I wonder why it is like that. Center your element and make sure the width, the total width of every section is 1,350 pixels. On desktop and on laptop, it should be 900 pixels. On tablet, it should be 90%. On mobile, it should be 90%. Every section in your website, those are the criteria I think are best for you. Those are the criteria I've actually visually implemented, and they worked over time. Those are what I'm using from here. Those are what I'm using from here. You see the sections, you see the width, you see how compressed and condensed they are. It makes more sense that way. Okay? So this one section is what you are going to do from here. Modify the section, it will make more sense. 1,350 pixels make more sense. Change the font type. Also change the font type. Find a better font type. You can use this font type. It is called Playfair or Fair Play, I think. There are many more font types you can find which are like this in the font library. You can use those font types. They make more sense. The content here, I see this thing that is scrolling, the scroll bar that is at this width that I'm just actually scrolling now. Look at this scroll bar, this thing here. You can make yours better. Look at the one I'm using here. See how sleek it is. It's not being too distracting. Look at the one we are using here. See how sleek it is. You see? So to apply that, I will provide a code for you. To do that, go to your WordPress, go to Appearance, and then go to Customize. Okay? Under Customize, you're going to see the CSS field, and you're going to click on that, and you're going to paste the code I'll be providing you inside of the CSS field. Let's continue while it loads up. So the button shouldn't be 100% width. The button in every of its container should be 80% width. Let me show you that very, very quickly. Let's check that with this one. The button is this one. You see, the width is smaller, but I think we have a button that is shorter than that. Let's see. We don't have something like that here. Okay, very good. See, the button is not 100% width. 80% width, perfect. So that it won't just blow up in front of everyone. Okay, make that adjustment. And the button color, I like that way. I like it the way it is. The text, I think it's fair enough. Let's scroll down. View all products, fine. I think this will lead people to the other pages. I like the width of the button, but still, if it's like reduced and the color changed, it will make it easier. You can make it this same color and reduce it to this size from here to here. Then make it this color. On hover, it can be black so that it can separate itself from these other buttons. Then center align it. This section, I like it so much. It's very beautiful. I don't have anything to say here, except for the button. It's too overly large. So apply the same button style you use for the hero section. Apply the same here. The same width apply here. Remember what I talked about. And your padding top and padding bottom is consistent in some cases. Like here, the padding bottom is nice enough. At the top is consistent, but in this other section, it is not consistent. So make sure the padding top and bottom are equal. You can use 150 pixel to 160 pixel for the desktop. For laptop, you can use 120 to 130 pixels. For tablet, you can use 80 pixels. And for mobile, you can use 60 to 70 pixels, okay? That's the padding top and padding bottom, the same padding top and padding bottom size you're gonna use. So apply the size style here. And I think that's okay. Section is also okay. The button, the text here is too bogus. I think there's no consistency in your body text. Okay, it is only the hero section body text that should be as large as this. The rest of them should be smaller. Okay, this should be a little more smaller. And your font is not consistent, bro. Your fonts are not consistent. I can see from here. you are using Poppins here, and you are using, I think it's Enter. It's not Enter. I think this font, I know this font very well. I know this font very well. I've forgotten the name of this font, but this is not an appropriate font for the body text. You can use it for the heading text. And make sure your fonts are consistent. Your fonts are consistent. If it's Poppins you are using, make sure Poppins appear everywhere in your website. Sora, this font name is Sora, okay? The font name is Sora, now I remember. So we can inspect it to see whether I'm saying the truth or not. So let's just wait so that we can confirm that with this font and see if it's the same font type you are using from here. While we wait for that, let's check this. So click on the CSS area and you're going to apply the code that I'll be providing you here. This is the code actually. WebTick highlight, focus color. This is not the code. No. That's not the code. Code should be, okay, I'm going to be providing the code for you. Okay. Don't worry about that. I'll provide the code for you and make that available in the description. So you see, we have here, see Sora regular. You see, we have here Poppins. We have Sora and we have Poppins. For the header, we have for the body both Poppins and we have Sora. So it doesn't make any sense. So make sure that it is the same font type you use for the heading text, is the same font type you use for the body text. Okay, scrolling down here, the font size here is not equal to the font size here, unless it is my eyes that is deceiving me. But I love this section so well. Your buttons also should take the same form, not 100%. Your button hover is very ugly. Okay, your button hover is very ugly. You can change the color to white, or maybe the same color of this background, but a thicker version of that color. You understand? And this one, the same applies. This one applies, should be the same color here. So there should be a radiance of this same color hovering on this one, not the darker version of this color. You understand the trick, okay? So scrolling down, we have this section. Everything here is center aligned. This is center aligned. I wonder why this one should be left aligned. So center aligned is so that image everything will be in the center here. I love this section. It's straight to the point. Make sure I apply padding top and padding bottom, effective. The fact section, Poppins should be the font you use for all your websites, okay? You did very well here. Reduce the color of this to a little bit lighter gray, darker gray, to make more sense. This section, this particular content should start from the top side, okay? It shouldn't be centered. It should start at the top side of this particular section. You did very well here in your form. This is too bogus. Reduce the size very well and reduce the thickness and use the font Poppins. Coming down here, your site map, you should make sure this is left aligned, okay? Let it start from here. This content sites page should be left aligned starting from here. Everything here looks very sweet and fine. Don't ever send a project when the icons are not okay. Your links, I know they are not available, but make sure the icons are very available. Why are you using 2 email icons here? This doesn't make sense. There will be an implication if you do this next time. I might cancel that particular review. Don't send me an unprepared content for review. Make sure all your contents are prepared. For instance, sending me a website that have lorem ipsum, I will cancel it. I won't even review it. Okay? Make sure your contents are well organized. You can find another icon here. This should be Facebook or Instagram. This page, this business should also actually have a Facebook or Instagram account. And your button, there should be a consistency in your button. Your button is showing a different color on hover on all platforms of the website. I know there are variables where your button should show a different color when they are in different background, but then in this case, it should show the color which we hovered on. I think this color exactly, or close to this color, which is the color of the brand here. Then apart from that, you see, when you hover on this, it expands. I don't like that. Remove that expansion. You see what it's doing to this particular area. Remove it. Let it just be reduce the opacity of the logo. That's all. And then it should link to the website itself. So make those changes, and I think we are good to go. The love icon here is too much. You can remove it if you can't find a smaller one, or just find a smaller one. Use the font Poppins on all of your layouts, and reduce the opacity of the color here. Reduce opacity of colors in the footer very well. See this one? See how opacity is reduced very well. So that's it for So Fine Skin Care. We move on to the next one, which is crawl groups. Okay, did very well here. I don't know if these are very active. Your search is very active, and I think this makes more sense. This is a dynamic search. You did very well in your search with the pop-up feature. Makes more sense. I think I like it like that. The button here is okay, but remove the icon from the header. You don't put icons in header buttons, okay? Remove the icon, doesn't make any sense. I think you are using a very nice layout here. This is a mega menu section, but I think there should be a little more modification to the areas here, okay? Your font here should use the font Poppins. Your font here is very ugly. Use for Poppins font and reduce the sizes. As you can see, the About Us and this particular area is not in the same line. I wonder why this one is separate. Okay, make sure everything is in the same line. Okay, then use Poppins for all your fonts. I see that the font you are using here are not Poppins. Use Poppins to make your font a little bit more organized than it is now. I like the layout here. Okay, and when you hover on this, the mega menu shouldn't overlap the section. As you can see, we have a padding beneath this button. The mega menu shouldn't overlap that. Make sure it is consistent. And let's check something. Very good. It's collapsed there. When you scroll down, okay, very good. I love the effect, glassmorphic effect on the layout. It makes more sense, but you can make it a little more better. Let me show you what you're gonna do, or maybe because the tutorial is not ready yet. Look at this section. You see the same layout style like yours. When you scroll down, it pops out the color. When you get to a particular section, it leaves this page so that it leaves more space for users to view the website than this. I'll be bringing a more advanced section header, what is it called? Menu review. Okay, I'm making a tutorial on advanced header menu. I think that will be coming out next week. Okay. So this is it for this one. I think that's what you're going to be making modification for there. In the hero section, I like the image here. Everything here looks nicer for me, except you're going to still be using Poppins for the fonts. The icons here, I don't really like them. The padding top and padding bottom in your button is not consistent. This is okay, but this one, the padding bottom is larger than the padding top. Make sure you adjust that. Remove all the icons here, or use a better icon that will make more sense. Let me see if I have I used an icon that makes more sense. I'm not a fan of icons, but if you must use icons, make sure your icon make more sense. Let it just be a pointed icon. Let's check this. I think I use icon in one of these. I don't like icons. So just make your button simple. It will make more sense. Okay. Scrolling down, I like this area. It makes more sense. The width, remember this thing I made, review I made for the other guy. The width of your section is almost consistent. I like the fact they are consistent. View listing, car listing, and I think this nice. Poppins, fonts, spacing, top and bottom spacing of the button. Add it a little more and reduce the thickness of this particular area. Choose a category that best suits you. This should be a body text, not a heading text. At the top here, you should have a bold text that says category. Okay? Just as we have, let me show you from here. Like we have from here, we have most purchased. You see something like that? Then we have this one, most recent purchase. Let's check this. Let's check one website. I think Bottle Shop. I think I did something like that in Bottle Shop.ng. While it's loading, let's proceed with the rest of them. Scrolling down, this part is okay. Except from your icons are dull. Improve the icon. This should be color on this layout. It will make more sense if they are colored. And you hover on it, it becomes a different color. Okay, the color should be a little bit reduced in opacity. Here, I don't understand what is going on at the top side. The rating here, I wonder why it is like that. You have to fix that. Your text here is very ugly. You are using very ugly text. Very, very ugly text. Very, very, very ugly text. Use Poppins. If you don't know the text to use Poppins, okay? So scrolling down, this is what I'm talking about. As you can see, latest drinks. Then let's get to the categories section. Let's get to the categories section. You see, we have here category, then we have the list of categories we have available. Okay? So make sure that's what you apply there. And the text should be reduced. Don't use too much bogus text. See the kind of text we use here. See how sleek it is. Don't make your text too obvious. It is frightening. Okay? So make that adjustment. Scrolling down here, this should be a body text also. So there should be a heading text, maybe filter or find car or something like that. Car on request. Or requests, then this should be a body text. You don't use heading texts that are more than 3 words. Okay, if it's more than 3 words, then it's not a heading text. It shouldn't be bold. It should be a body text. Make adjustment to that as well. I love this. I love this. I love this. I love this. I think this is a transitional effect. I wonder where you build this. I think this should be Framer or Webflow. If it is Oxygen, you should use a tool like a motion.page to achieve this. This is a video transition which is triggered on scroll. Okay, I love that. It makes more sense. It makes more sense. It makes more sense. It makes more sense. Very fine. So this section, your padding top and padding bottom should be consistent. Watch the tutorial I talked about in the other guy's own. Okay, watch the other tutorial, the previous one before this one. Watch it very well. So you apply the same padding top and padding bottom. Your body text here is too bogus, and the space between them, top and bottom, is not too much. The space there is too small. Let me find if I can see another one. See this one. See the space we gave here. It's very obvious. Don't use a space that doesn't make much sense. Then reduce the text size, and this should be a body text, not a heading text. Like find a way to minify your article. The space between your image and this one is too large. Why are you using that much space? Look at the space I'm using here. You see the space between these two contents? It's fair enough. Don't use too bogus space like this. Too much. Condense your content. Make sure it is more appealing to the eyes. The space below this, I wonder why you're having too much of space beneath. It's not necessary. Okay, I think it's because of the text we have over here. Okay, that's understandable. Then if that's the case, remove the background so that it won't look too uncomfortable when you get to a section that doesn't make any sense. This part should be client testimonial. This should be an article beneath the client testimonial, if there must be. Okay, just get straight to the point. Nobody had time to read all these long notes. Okay, get straight to the point. Testimonial or client testimonial. Let me show you very quickly an example of that. You see here, you say what clients say. Very simple. Then at the top, you can say testimonial here, then what clients say. It shouldn't be more than 3 words. If it's more than 3 words, then it's not a heading text. Okay? So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. For a heading text, no, sir. That doesn't make any sense. Scrolling down here, the space here is too much for the fact section. You see the fact section you use here. See how sweet it is. You can use an image for the left and then the content for the right. Just be creative, okay? Be creative with your content. And your question, this one is too long. I wonder why you are having too much long question. Do we have a physical showroom where people can come and check out car you have for sale? This is too much. Just simple question. Do you have a physical showroom? Very simple question. Forget about all this long topic. Then you can now put on all of this in a answer format in the body text here. Okay? What type of guarantee are those? I don't understand this. How are you delivering cars? Very nice question. But this one, I don't understand it. What guarantee for what? Guarantee for car purchase or car rental or what? Just specific, okay? Often asked question, very nice. If you can put it very close to this and then center this content. Center this content from here to here. Every content in your website shouldn't be wider than your header. Your header should be the widest thing in the website. Anything outside your header that is wider should be an image that actually passes from the left side to the right side. Like you have here, the image passing from here to here. After that, nothing else should be wider than your header. Look at this section, it's not wider than the header. Look at this section, not wider than the header. Look at this section, not wider than the header. Even this one, even this one, even this one, even this one, till the footer. Everything should be the same as the header. Where the logo starts and where this menu ends should be the width of everything in your website. Nothing should be more than that. Okay? Take that in consideration and make the review. This is not consistent also. The width should be equal to the header, but this one is coming too closer, and this one is as if it's coming too further than this. Apart from that, every other thing looks fine, except for the padding. I don't know why you put a little padding at the bottom of this after the reserve. There shouldn't be any padding there. Look at this very closely. We'll get to the bottom part. That should be the last thing you are seeing. Nothing more, nothing less. So we get to the next one. This is Bite Me by, I can't remember the name of the owner. Then the header part, I love the logo, but the padding top and padding bottom should be equal, okay? The space you give at the top side should be the space you give at the bottom part. This part looks fine, except for the line here, the border. I hate borders in menu. Remove this. This is an olden way of doing things. Remove it and make it nice, okay? Leave it as it is. It makes sense. Login account, no. Just login is okay. Forget that. Visit shop, you can just name it shop. Then we have about us or contact us menus to fill in these spaces. Will make more sense. I love this section, this hero section. I wonder how this will look on mobile. Let me inspect this very quickly. No. Doesn't make any sense. No. This is not nice on mobile, okay? On mobile, this image should be at the bottom and this content should be at the top side. Let me show you very quickly an example which we have that is close to that. I don't even think we have an example that is close to that, except for the one I built for the client in US. Let's check Dr. Donny Kelly, I think. So this website will show an example of what I am talking about. The network is very slow, so we have to bear with it. Perfect. So in this case, you click on inspect. You see that the image goes beneath, and then we have the content at the top. This is how it should look like, not the other way around. Okay? not the other way around. This is how it should look like, not like this. I can't even enjoy the image anymore, and the content is squished. So make the content at the top, forget about the curved here, make the content at the top, and the image should be at the bottom. You'll see how beautiful this hero section will feel. Okay, remove this icon that is here. You don't, because it's a store, doesn't mean you should put a store icon. Instead, you can put the logo of the website, or put a dot there, or put a star there. Will make more sense. Those are unique icons, or random basic icons. I will use the word default icons you can use. Okay, and make sure the space is not too much. The spacing you are using here is too much. Let me see if I have another one that I use something like that. I don't think we have another one we actually did like that. No other one like that. I would have shown you an example of what I'm talking about. I think it's in Bobby's Media. Let me show you very quickly. While it's loading, let's proceed with the review. So that's part space between. Then this one, the heading text is cool, but I'm not a fan of having everything in capital letter here. It doesn't make sense. The initial can be capital letter, but the rest of them should be small letters, okay? The space between this is too much. The body text is too much. Reduce the body text, or you can inspect from the ones that I've done and see the body text sizes we use for the websites we make, okay? Let's see the layout I'm talking about. This is Bobby's Media. So I think that should be in the footer. Very good. You see, we have a dot here. Then the space is not too much. We have this one also. The space is not too much. You can make that style. It will make more sense. Scrolling down, I think this is bakery category, right category. Okay. The hover style here, I don't like it. The hover color should change on the button, not on the text. If it should change on the text, it should be a condition that is because of the button color change, not just having a text change like this. And the text color is ugly. Why using this blue color for color hover? That doesn't make any sense. Okay, add a little more curve, even if it is 5 or 6 or 10 pixel curve around the boxes guiding everything, and also around the image here, and also around the buttons here. Make it consistent to make more sense that way. Visit all the button also. I'm not a fan of that color. Then the color shouldn't be the same thing with the colors we have in the button, so you won't confuse people. And I wonder why you're using green on a green background. That doesn't make a sense. That should be white color, or whatever color is the secondary color of the brand. This page makes more sense. I think you can make this around 100% VH, or maybe 80 to 70 to 80% VH, so that people can enjoy the video in the background. I love what you did there. Then here in the fact section, the fact color shouldn't be green color, it should be yellow. Okay, yellow or the brand color, which is a brighter color than the green background. You don't use the green background, still use the same stuffs as you are using here. Change the images that you use there. These two images, change them. You know what I'm talking about. Okay. This one over here, I don't know why your contents are having it. Why is this left aligned? About us, images left aligned. Why all this whole space here? Why all this whole space here? Why all this whole space here? Center these elements now. Center the elements, make more sense. The bold text here, first one should be capital, the rest one should be small letters. Coming to this section, everything looks almost fine here. I love the transition in the icons here, very nice. And then the footer, the width here, I wonder. The color here, I'm not even seeing the button you use here, I'm not seeing anything. How are you using green on green? Okay, so fix that very quickly. You did well here, but then I'm not seeing this. The color here should be a little more obvious. I think there is a part we did something like that. You see, the color here should be a little more obvious than what it is. Let's see Samara. Let's see this one also. The color here should be more obvious. Okay, fine. The menu here should be the same color with this text. The menu text color. It's only on hover that the color can change to yellow or whatever. Don't use green. Never use a color on the same color. Look at this. Don't use green on green. Even though it will match, don't try it. It will be a little bit confusing. You can use yellow here. It will make more sense. Okay. I think that's nice. That's nice. That's nice. Just make a change to that menu here. Instead of saying home, you can say home page. Shop here. Contact us. It makes more sense. If you have more pages, you can add. If you don't, you are okay with what we have. Icons here, you tried very well. You tried very well in the rest of the things you have from here. Then this one should be starting from this angle to this angle, or everything should be center aligned. So this content should be at the left side, then this content should be at the right side. Let's see if we can have a website we did like that. See, I centered this element, my logo be in the middle, everything join in the middle can make more sense. Or you can just push the other one at the right corner, or you see as we push this one to the left, it must be the width of this content. And if you're putting another one at the right side, it must be the width of the content at the other edge. So that is it for these websites. Make the corrections and you can submit again. For this one, let's check it out very quickly. Construction engineering solution. I think we reviewed this website the last time. Is this the homepage of this website? I'm sorry, this can't be reviewed because this is not a complete website. If this is the homepage of the website, this is not a complete website. Get a quote. Or, no. This doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense at all as a website. You didn't put any thought into this. So, sorry, we are not reviewing this website. I don't have anything to review here because all I can see here is just form. Get a quote, get a quote, get a quote. No. Or just take the instance from other ones I reviewed. I can't review this website. I'm very, very sorry about that. So that's wrap up of what we have for today. Guys, I hope you enjoyed it. If there's any question you have for this, you can drop that in the comment section below or join the group to submit your own websites which you have designed and get ready to get them reviewed and making your corrections very easy and straight to the point. Once again, my name is Manuel from Kata Studios. Do have a wonderful day.